Hello and welcome to the Season 3 test footage to see if we can really pull this thing off. Let's test if this works. Testing. How are the levels? All good. Let's check out the theme tune.
Music's just kicked in now. It's pretty dark to be wearing shades indoors. Do you know if you sleep with sheep with AIDS, you get shades?
Five. Hard time riding, way to go. Riding like we've never seen before. The riders are drifting from door to door. Who's gonna stop them from taking some more? Poor Boris Johnson cut his holiday short. This mayor business is harder than I thought. Looters stole some sneakers, sold them on Twitter. A few days later, found them at Mandelson's litter. Shoes and jewelry. Who could want more? Who gives a damn about the law? So, we hope you enjoyed that little skit of ours. So, as promised, the theme is sports.
Nice shirt.
Thank you very much. It's a Ghana
Black Stars.
It's a Ghana shirt for anyone familiar with the colours, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the first thing you notice, viewers, when you turned on this podcast is what Julian Brayton Davis is wearing.
I used to be a rower, of course. It's all equipment for rowing. I haven't worn it for a while. Didn't think it'd still fit. It's still that sort of fit.
You look great, man.
Thanks. Yeah, Nottingham University. I bet they've never been prouder to have someone sport their equipment on like this. But they were the good days.
They were.
Getting up at 3 a.m, going down to the old Trent.
Exactly.
Paddling down the river. Good times.
Me and myself and actually Reg Davis, we play a lot of sport. We love our sport. We love our tech. And what better in this long, summer of sport? What better theme to pick than sport? And what better attire than to dress for the part? Obviously, I kind of copped out with just a Garda shirt. I didn't know.
You've got to realise we've got to up our game now.
We have.
That's a camera.
That is a camera.
They can see into us. Well, not into our souls. That's maybe in this actual.
Well, there's leaves little to the imagination, ladies.
We've got to stimulate the audience. Before it was just like, wow, these guys sound nice.
Yeah.
And that's enough. But now it's whoa.
Right up. We have actually got a lot of facts.
Speak yourself.
We have. Basically, as I said, it was 14.3 billion, and the US basically risks losing its AAA rating from Moody's.
AA. We're not talking about batteries.
Boom. But it risks losing that, which would be embarrassing. To put you on a scale of what it happens to, I think Greece now, since their recent troubles, have been downgraded to CCC, and the next from that,
you have a letter.
Believe it or not, they do. And the next one down from that is default, when no one will lend you money. I mean, even loan sharks won't give you money when you've got a default.
If you get a default, what's that? It's a D.
It's a D. You got a D. You failed.
Fluctuate in your borrowing.
But as Jules said, it sort of got us into this because now Apple have more cash. Here are the stats. Basically, the US Treasury has got an operating cash balance of 73.7 billion. Now, Apple's recent quarterly financial results put its reserves at 76.4 billion. So now tech companies have more money than governments.
And we can sort of expand on this. This is just like, America is the land of opportunity and also the land of contradictions.
Yeah.
I also heard that Steve Jobs has just put in a bid in for the White House.
Yeah.
He quite likes the basketball court out back.
Exactly, yeah.
But you can either even go, we're talking on a macro scale here, but we can go micro like that.
Lovely.
Because obviously Apple are based very much in California, and California as
if you want to get big in tech, that is it. They're trying to make a silicon roundabout in the UK, but you can tell by the use of yeah. Nice. Bit of a plastic surgery joke there. But it's called Silicon Roundabout. Now, does that fill you with much faith? Roundabout? A valley? That's totally fine. You can see yourself in a valley starting a company on a roundabout. I'm pretty sure that's where cars...
Well, it's quite spiritual, the snake that eats its own tail.
Yeah, it's true. Well, that's what's going to happen.
That could be profit, yeah.
Yeah, it implode. But that was...
Circle of life.
Exactly.
That's what the Lion King taught me.
Good stuff.
Yeah, okay. Brilliant. So, that's it.
That's it. Apple have more money than the government. But I know what you're thinking. What would Google do? And that's coming up next. So, here we are, award-winning, multi-award winning, Grammy-nominated, Mobo, any other awards?
We're not talking about Amy Winehouse's album.
Oh, no.
It's fine, Back to Black reached #1 again.
It did, tragically.
It
did.
It's fine.
Very good. But what would Google do if they had more money than the government, like our good friends down in Silicon Valley now do? What will they do, Mr. Julian Baker Davis, if they had more money than the government? We all know they have more power than the government, but what if they could back it up with raw money?
Take over.
What is this it?
Yeah,
spaceships?
Well, I don't know about that. I think maybe they just get a tank.
A massive Google search powered tank.
Yeah, with a Google camera on the top. Street view.
But it's more forced street view.
We're just going down Fifth Avenue in a Sherman.
Couple of tanks. It's all good. It's all good now. Google more money than the government. Yeah, I think they do the same
It's
thing.
true. Short of, I mean, we've even touched on it before. Like Google as a company, are almost they got that fanatic, so they've got that religious aspect of them.
They very much do.
And the power is just the information they've got on everyone and the technology. So if they had the money as well, I'm telling you, they would probably try to bomb Russia.
Yes, we joke, but if they
certainly
did,
China. I keep mentioning China.
you should stop. I mean, if they did have the combination of the money as well, it would actually be frightening on a very real basis because, as Jules was saying, the amount of power they have at the moment, and they've got enough money, but it is alarming. I mean, first thing they do, they get rid of the White House. Well, who needs that? Just a massive.
They just
a Google flag on top of it.
Google flag, and they've got those pods where you sit in. They've got a canteen.
You can bring your dog in.
Bring your dog. Well, actually, the White House got a dog. Bo.
True.
He's cool. But they got polls. They just Google Office.
Which
is quirky for the sake of being quirky.
It doesn't add any real functionality, make your life easier. Now to get to the bathroom, you've got to go down 8 fireman's poles.
It's true. And the people who work there probably don't want to go into the Mystic Garden.
Yeah, just where's the meeting room? I want some coffee. But yeah, so yeah, they get rid of the White House. In terms of obviously that's in America, Europe.
No, because you're just saying Google they wouldn't. Europe would be fine.
No, Europe would be fine.
Because we've got those committees that break up powerful companies. Because if anything gets too big, it's always Europe who starts off and goes, actually Microsoft, actually Skype, or whoever it is, Murdoch, you're eating up your competitors.
It's very true.
So we're going to have to slay you.
If there's one thing Europe does well, it's regulatory bodies.
It's true.
We just sit here waiting for shit to happen.
In the UK, we have nothing better than a Quango. Although they're all going now. Quango.
But yeah, that's very. And upwards. So yeah, here we go, guys. And of course, we want to welcome in the new year, and this is the first 2012 sponsorship message from our lovely advisors.
The year is 2012, year of the London Olympics, the US presidential elections, and the apocalypse. Many moons ago, an ancient people predicted the end of the world. Worried? With a Mayan time hammer, worry no more. Yes, with a Mayan time hammer, you can literally smash those apocalyptic blues away by breaking all the watches and clocks you own. With a Mayan time hammer, you can hammer time. Here's to 2013.
Let us be your hero. Hello, listeners. This week we're going to be talking about love.
And that was a zip unzipping.
Oh yeah. L-O-V-E, love.
Unzip.
Alright. Goodtime Podcast, love episode.
That is a cheesy episode.
Indeed it is.
Cheesy.
Welcome, listeners, to episode 5 of the 100% Natural Goodtime Podcast Solution, where in time with Valentine's Day coming up.
There's so much love in this place.
There is so much love in the room. This is a 4-way episode.
And we're all naked.
And we have for the first time a real live woman on the Goodtime Podcast.
And we promised it for such a long time.
Good evening, listeners. Teabag Thomas here. I'm trying to sound sexy, but I probably just sound paedophilic.
It's okay because you unzipped earlier and you didn't do that in front of a school, so you're fine.
Right.
Exactly.
You may have healed this country just one little bit.
And our second guest is Lauren Thomas.
Teabag!
Who caused the riots.
Who, we're not sure, but
Stealing of the place there.
who may have been involved in the riots. We're still
Apologise for the language, obviously.
Yeah. So, she's around the table with us. And
we have a table. Don't lie to people.
Well, we don't have a table. She's around the mic with us, and she'll be talking us through her thoughts on love and technology. So yeah, look
That's
forward.
love
That
and
rabbit,
technology.
baby.
Exactly. We look forward to it, listeners. So
It's going to be raucous, isn't it, with 4 voices?
Stay cool. It's gonna be mad real.
3 guys, 1 girl. You better not miss it.
On that note, yeah.
We're talking about love.
We are talking about love. Our first topic of the day to do with love and technology is how much of a difference technology has made on long distance relationships.
Not just porn.
Not just porn. We're keen to express that. We're talking about love here, not porn.
Though porn at a touch of a button does help a lot of people.
It does.
Not just going down to a newsagent anymore.
You don't have to look like an idiot picking from the top shelf like a mug.
Calling me an idiot.
Old school John Evans.
Old school.
As is tradition.
We'll be sharing relationships. What do you guys think? What do you think about these tools and long distance relationships? Do you think technology has helped long distance relationships?
I think it has, but also, detracts
From the realness.
If you think about it, you're there, and you're like, 6,000 miles away or so.
It's not the
and,
same.
You're pretending like forever that it's all good. We're best friends. We speak to each other every day. But in fact, the parts of you that are really important are 6,000 miles away from each other, and they're in need of some loving care. Okay?
He's obviously talking about the stimulation of the brain.
Yes.
Obviously.
Jeremy makes a very good point.
That's what's missing.
That it, as much.
About the collective.
Something like that.
For the iPhone. Oh, my iPhone. I will be
single.
motherfucking single.
She managed to say fudging on a podcast.
All on my own, single.
There'd be no relationship there.
Dead.
By myself.
Forever and ever.
There by myself.
Long distance means nothing to me now.
Oh, the
Exactly, and it's an interesting point. What do you think, guys? Has technology replaced love in some arenas?
Should we blame Facebook?
Well, we'll get onto Facebook.
Should we blame Facebook?
We've got Facebook as our next topic, where we'll get to those guys, and they've done enough.
We probably shouldn't blame Facebook.
No, I know.
They've got a lot.
They're too powerful now.
It's extremely valid what you're saying about technology replacing love, because some people use the internet as there are false personas, and they spread this in the world in an escape from their mundane, boring, and loveless lives. As you've seen in a wonderful documentary, you might want to check it out, called Catfish. Boom, do it.
Yes, very good.
Yeah, we'll put a link to that.
Is this just general sort of role playing game type stuff, or is this?
Hang on! Whoa, we're in a podcast.
It's not. No, it's not role playing. It's deception. That's what it's about. It's deception.
I mean, other than sort of older men looking for younger women.
No.
Oh.
But no.
You
Whoa,
really
Jules.
missed the point.
Get out,
The
Jules.
second point.
Get out, Jules.
We were talking about it.
I was about to defend social media and love. Okay, that's all I was going to do. I was going to say that John's point about this whole separate identity is is more complex than you think. It's not easy to have 2 personal identities online and in real. So I was going to defend social media, but if we're not talking about social media, then you carry on.
No, we are in a sense, because the platform you use to get this perfect self-image is social media. You
create something.
You create this amazing.
You create what you want to look like. Come on, dating websites. It's creating a persona. It's using a tagline.
That illusion has existed before social media. That's existed when you put on makeup. It's existed when you have a shave in the morning.
True, but don't you think it's
when you spray yourself
amplified
in a nondescript?
But
in links?
Not quite
links
the same sense. It's another level of makeup.
Is it though? Because
100%.
But the next level of makeup still has to come on.
No, but come on. On a social media site, I can pretend to be like a 40-year-old man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I'm not. I'm not a 40-year-old man.
She's a 50-year-old woman.
I'm a 50-year-old woman who has a load of cats' jaws. That's not makeup. That's not makeup.
Exactly, and that's the makeup's gonna have to come off, and people are gonna have to see your cats.
Well, exactly. That's what this film was about.
Yeah, we'll be building on
More
this. More to follow. Thank you very much for listening, listeners, and I hope that your love lives are rosy and you have an excellent Valentine's Day from all of us here at the Goodtime Podcast.
Pinch of salt.
Take care. Pinch of salt. Good night, listeners.
Right through my heart.
Without saying no word,
you can light up the dark. Try as I may, I could never explain when I hear when you don't say a thing. The smile on your face lets me know how you
near me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand say you'll catch me wherever I fall.
When you say nothing at all.
When you shut your mouth.
Make a wonderful lover,
You say it best when you say nothing at all.
Silence, silence.
Nothing at all.
nothing at all.
Say nothing at all.
Nothing.
Say nothing.
We're gonna say nothing cause we know nothing of the lyrics, baby.
But we got a second
It
verse and
seems
it's
we've
coming
run
right
out
up.
of those lyrics.
Dancing all day long.
I can hear people talking out loud.
Talking out loud. Oh, talking out loud.
Well, when you
Hold me near.
You can drown out the crowd.
Drown out the crowd. Drown out the crowd.
try as they may,
They can never define.
Was being said between you high and
a smile on your face that lets me know that you're
Near me, there's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me with a ridiculous accent, oh yeah.
Bring countries together.
You
say
say
it best. Say it best.
when you're the host of X Factor.
Goodtime Podcast.
We're never silent.
Oh, you say it
When
best.
you're open and frank with your lover.
When you get to the hootenanny tonight in Brixton, baby.
Pinch of salt. Give me a pinch of salt.
Long distance relationships.